Have you ever felt uneasy around people who initially seemed trustworthy? It can be shocking to realize that these individuals are the root of your discomfort. Let me introduce you to 9 types of people who, despite their outward appearances, are not deserving of your trust and respect. This insight could be the key to improving your relationships. Remember the saying, "It takes 20 years to build a reputation and just 5 minutes to ruin it." Trust is the cornerstone of all relationships, binding us to our friends, family, and acquaintances. But what happens when we place our trust in the wrong hands? Today, we'll explore the principles of Stoicism to uncover 9 types of people who might not be worthy of your trust and respect. This isn't about passing judgment. It's about being discerning in who you allow into your inner circle. Together, we'll navigate these challenges and learn how to safeguard not just our trust, but also our peace of mind. Before moving forward, don't forget to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon so that you never miss any video from us. Number 1, the judgmental. This person is known for making quick and harsh judgments about others. They often hold rigid views and are intolerant of opinions and lifestyles that differ from their own. The judgmental person labels, criticizes, and dismisses others without trying to understand their perspectives. Dealing with judgmental individuals can be challenging because their harsh critiques lack empathy and understanding. They may have a superiority complex, believing their way of thinking is the only correct one. Their judgments aren't just opinions, they are declarations that can impact relationships and social dynamics. To identify a judgmental person, look for signs of inflexibility in their attitudes and a lack of openness to different viewpoints. They are often unwilling to engage in meaningful dialogue, preferring to impose their views on others. When interacting with them, it's important to maintain your values and not be swayed by their narrow-mindedness. Stay true to your beliefs and avoid getting drawn into fruitless debates. The key is to acknowledge their opinions without internalizing them. You can agree to disagree while maintaining a respectful distance. In Stoic philosophy, we learn the importance of developing our character and making judgments based on reason, empathy, and understanding. We are encouraged to be open-minded and recognize the value in diverse perspectives. This approach helps us interact with the judgmental without being affected by their narrow views. Number 2, the envious. This type of person silently resents others' successes and achievements. They may seem supportive on the surface, but underneath, they struggle with feelings of jealousy and inadequacy. Envy is a subtle emotion that doesn't always show openly, making it one of the trickier traits to identify. An envious person might give you backhanded compliments or downplay your accomplishments. Their envy can also appear in passive-aggressive behavior or attempts to undermine your achievements. They might try to mimic or outdo your successes, not out of inspiration, but to compete and prove their superiority. Recognizing envy can be challenging because it often hides behind a friendly or admiring facade. Pay attention to how they react to your successes or good news. Do their congratulations feel sincere, or do they always add a negative twist? Do they often compare their achievements to yours? Dealing with envious individuals requires tact and a strong sense of self-worth. Don't let their envy diminish your achievements or dampen your spirit. Celebrate your successes, but be mindful of whom you share them with. While it's natural to want to share good news with everyone, it might be best to be more reserved around envious people. Stoic philosophy encourages us to focus on our path and not be swayed by others' negative emotions. Envy is a reflection of the other person's inner turmoil, not a true evaluation of your worth. By understanding this, you can interact with the envious without internalizing their negativity. As we conclude our discussion on the envious, we prepare to unveil the ninth and final type in our exploration. Each personality type we've explored offers insights into human behavior and the importance of choosing our associations wisely. Number 3, the perpetual critic. These are the people who constantly find fault in everything and everyone around them. Their words are often harsh, and their criticism never stops. Whether it's your choices, dreams, or even trivial matters, nothing escapes their critical eye. The real issue with these perpetual critics isn't just their negativity, but the deeper reasons behind it. Often, their criticism is more about their own insecurities, projecting their fears, disappointments, or self-doubt onto others. So, how do you handle such individuals? First, distinguish between constructive criticism, which aims to help, and destructive criticism, which only aims to belittle. Listen to what they say, but more importantly, consider why they are saying it. If their criticism is often baseless and driven by negativity, it's a sign to keep your distance. Engaging with perpetual critics can be exhausting, like trying to fill a cup with a hole at the bottom. No matter how much positivity you offer, it never seems to be enough. Remember, in Stoicism, we learn to focus on what we can control. While you can't control what others say, you can control how you react. Setting boundaries is essential. Politely but firmly make it clear that while you welcome constructive feedback, unwarranted negativity is not acceptable. If their behavior continues, consider limiting your interactions with them. Your peace of mind and self-esteem are too valuable to be worn down by constant criticism. Ultimately, perpetual critics teach us an important lesson in self-respect and resilience. By choosing not to internalize their negativity, you protect your inner peace. As we continue our exploration, let's remember to discern which criticism to take to heart and which to let pass by like the wind. Next, we'll look into the third type of individual, furthering our journey toward understanding and Stoic wisdom. Number 4, the victim. This individual always sees themselves as a victim, constantly besieged by misfortune and at the mercy of external circumstances. They portray themselves as the perennial underdog, unjustly wronged by life, people, and situations. While it's important to empathize with those in difficult circumstances, the victim adopts this role as a core part of their identity, often using it to gain sympathy or avoid personal responsibility. The challenge with the victim is their refusal to acknowledge any role in their own predicaments. They often shirk accountability, blaming all their problems on external factors. Engaging with them can be emotionally draining, as their narrative is dominated by complaints and grievances, leaving little room for positive or constructive dialogue. Identifying a habitual victim involves recognizing their pattern of blaming others and externalizing their issues. They rarely take steps to change their situation, preferring to dwell in their perceived helplessness. When dealing with a victim, it's crucial to balance compassion with self-preservation. Offering support and advice is commendable, but beware of being dragged into their cycle of negativity. Encourage them to take responsibility for their actions and to seek solutions rather than simply lamenting their fate. In Stoic philosophy, we are taught the importance of focusing on what is within our control, our actions, responses, and judgments. This principle is particularly relevant when interacting with a victim. We can offer guidance and support, but ultimately it is up to them to take control of their lives. As we move forward from the victim, we do so with the understanding that while compassion is a virtue, it must be tempered with wisdom. Recognizing when to help and when to step back is crucial in maintaining our emotional health. Number 5, the fair weather friend. These individuals are all sunshine and smiles when everything is going well, but as soon as trouble arises, they disappear. Their friendship is like a leaf in the wind, present during your brightest days, but absent in your darkest hours. Fair-weather friends are often charming and sociable, making you feel genuinely connected. However, their loyalty is as fleeting as their presence. They are there for the good times, the celebrations, and the joyful moments, but when you need support, understanding, or someone to listen, they vanish. Identifying a fair-weather friend can be tricky, especially when times are good. Pay attention to how they respond when you talk about your challenges or seek their support. Do they change the subject, make excuses, or simply disappear until your troubles pass? This behavior clearly indicates their fair-weather nature. Dealing with such individuals requires a balance of openness and caution. It's okay to enjoy their company, but be wary of relying on them for emotional support or sharing your deepest vulnerabilities. Stoic philosophy teaches us to value inner resilience and strength from within. Relying too much on fair-weather friends can leave you unprepared for life's inevitable storms. So, cherish the good times with them, but also build a support system with people who are there for you unconditionally. These are the friends who will stand by your side through thick and thin, the ones who truly deserve your trust and respect. As we move on from the fair-weather friend, we prepare to uncover the fourth type of individual in our journey. Each person we meet along this path teaches us something valuable about ourselves and the world around us. Stay with us as we continue to navigate these insightful revelations. Number 6. The manipulative individual. These individuals are masters of deception, skillfully weaving lies and emotional manipulation into their interactions. They present themselves as charming and caring, but behind the mask is a calculating mind that exploits others for personal gain. Their subtlety makes their manipulation hard to detect, turning it into a dangerous game. To identify them, look for inconsistencies in their stories and actions. They might make grand promises, but fail to follow through. Their words often don't match their deeds. Pay attention to how they speak about others. Manipulators often badmouth those who are not present, revealing how they might talk about you when you're not around. Their tactics can include guilt-tripping, gaslighting, and playing the victim to gain sympathy and control. They are experts at twisting facts and situations to their advantage, often leaving you doubting your perceptions. Remember, trust is a treasure, and with manipulators, it's constantly at risk. Their impact goes beyond disappointment. Prolonged exposure can lead to emotional and psychological distress. Trust your instincts. If you consistently feel drained, undervalued, or confused after interacting with someone, it may be a sign of their manipulative behavior. The key to dealing with manipulators is setting firm boundaries. Be clear about what is acceptable and what isn't in your interactions. Don't be afraid to say no or to question inconsistencies. It's also important to maintain emotional distance. While you can be cordial, avoid sharing personal information or relying on them for emotional support. In some cases, the best action might be to cut ties completely, especially if the manipulation is causing significant harm to your well-being. This can be challenging, especially if the manipulator is a close friend or family member, but protecting your mental health is paramount. Stoicism teaches us the importance of discernment and emotional resilience. Stoics believe in facing reality as it is, not as we wish it to be. Recognizing and accepting that someone is manipulative allows us to make informed decisions about our relationship with them. By moving on from manipulators, we open ourselves to more genuine and healthy relationships, where trust is given and received with integrity. Stay tuned as we uncover the second type of individual in our next segment, continuing our journey through the complexities of human relationships with wisdom and awareness. Number 7. The flatter. This person is adept at giving compliments and making others feel special, but their flattery often has a hidden agenda. They use praise to gain favor or manipulate situations to their advantage. While it may feel good to receive such admiration initially, it's crucial to determine whether the compliments are sincere or a means to an end. Flatterers often overdo it, and their praise, though pleasant, can feel insincere or exaggerated. The danger in engaging with a flatterer lies in being swayed by their charm. Their compliments might lead you to overlook their flaws or make concessions you wouldn't normally consider. It's important to stay grounded and not let flattery cloud your judgment. To handle interactions with a flatterer effectively, take their words with a grain of salt. Appreciate the compliments but remain healthily skeptical. Pay attention to their actions, as these often reveal their true intentions more than their flattering words. If you notice a pattern of insincere compliments used to manipulate or gain favors, it's a sign to reassess the relationship. Stoicism reminds us to value honesty and sincerity over superficial praise. The Stoics teach us to be wary of external validation and to find self-worth from within. By not relying on the validation of others, especially flattery, we maintain our independence and self-respect. As we conclude our discussion on the flatterer, we prepare to explore the 7th type of individual in our next segment. Each character we uncover on this journey offers valuable lessons on the complexities of human behavior and the importance of discerning trust and respect. Number 8. The narcissist. This individual lives in a world that revolves solely around them. Often charming and charismatic, they easily draw you into their orbit. However, this charm hides their deep-seated self-absorption and lack of empathy for others. Narcissists view relationships as tools to boost their ego and meet their needs, rarely considering the feelings or well-being of others. Their interactions are typically one-sided. When dealing with a narcissist, you might find yourself constantly offering support and admiration while receiving little to nothing in return. Identifying a narcissist can be tricky, as they are skilled at creating a favorable image. However, cracks appear when they are asked to show empathy or engage in a give-and-take relationship. Their lack of genuine interest in others' lives and their habit of steering every conversation back to themselves are telltale signs. Handling narcissists requires a strong sense of self and firm boundaries. It's essential to recognize that their behavior reflects their character, not your worth. Expecting mutual respect and understanding from them often leads to disappointment. Stoic philosophy teaches us to focus on our virtues and not let external behaviors disturb our inner peace. This wisdom is particularly relevant when dealing with narcissists. By maintaining emotional distance and not taking their actions personally, we protect our mental and emotional well-being. As we move beyond the realm of the narcissist, we continue to build our resilience and understanding of human nature. Join us in the next segment, where we will explore another personality type that might be subtly impacting your life. Number 9. The gossip monger. This person thrives on rumors and gossip, often spreading stories that aren't theirs to tell. Their conversations are a maze of he said, she said, filled with details about others' lives that are neither confirmed nor relevant. Gossip mongers present themselves as well-informed or in the know, but their habit of gossiping reveals deeper issues. It may come from a need for attention, a desire to feel superior, or an attempt to divert focus from their own lives. The danger of engaging with a gossip monger is twofold. First, it involves you in a web of unverified and potentially harmful stories. Second, and more importantly, it sets a precedent for how your own stories might be treated. Remember the saying, if they gossip to you, they will gossip about you. How do you handle a gossip monger? The key is not to fuel their fire. Be cautious about what you share with them and avoid participating in gossip-filled conversations. When faced with gossip, take a Stoic approach by either redirecting the conversation to more constructive topics or politely excusing yourself. Stoicism encourages us to focus on our actions and virtues rather than engaging in idle talk about others. This practice not only maintains our integrity, but also protects our mental peace. As we move on from the gossip monger, let's carry with us the wisdom to engage in conversations that uplift and contribute positively to our lives and those of others. Up next, we will explore another intriguing personality type on our journey of discernment and understanding. As we conclude our series on the 9 types of people who may not deserve your trust and respect, it's important to remember this isn't about casting judgment ourselves. It's about being aware and making informed decisions about the people we allow into our lives. Each of these personality types teaches us something valuable about human nature and the importance of surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive, and open-minded individuals. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey through the complex terrain of human relationships. As we navigate our interactions with others, let's carry with us the wisdom and discernment we've gained. Remember, the quality of our relationships greatly influences our happiness and well-being. Choosing wisely who we trust and respect is not just about protecting ourselves, it's about cultivating a life filled with genuine connections and positive experiences. In the spirit of Stoicism, let's embrace the power of emotional resilience, the value of true understanding, and the strength that comes from knowing ourselves and others deeply. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and let the Stoic winds transform your life.